Hi everyone. I'd like to start by thanking our special guests for their time today. We definitely appreciate it. We are Fish Punch. My name is Christian Padel. I am the producer.
Zane, the designer. James, artist. Angus, programmer.
John, artist. And we are making Tricky Tracks. Tricky Tracks is a 2 to 4 player split screen racing game, sort of very much in the vein of the Mario Karts, and then taking a lot of what we really enjoyed about that, which was the items and using those against each other, and making that a little bit more of the core of the experience. So we've got a 2-phase game where the first part is setting down items on the track, where you then go and race your opponents to try and avoid the items or use the items to your advantage.
So we've got 2 core mechanics that we want to focus on because it is a 2-phase game. The first one is setting traps. So in the initial phase, players will get to set traps down on the track that they choose from. The list of 6 items and different traps. And then in the second phase is the movement. So the card itself, players can accelerate, they can brake, reverse, shoot items, and also do a little hop into a drift to take sharper corners. Essentially, we want to have these 2 mechanics on their own, but also have them working together, create a really nice aesthetic. So we really want to focus on giving the players a reason to take their hands off the accelerate button, because we find it quite boring to just hold down the same button for an entire game. So we want players to be able to create madness and make the track crazy and insane, and then racing that track, have to maneuver around all different traps and everything, and really live in the world that they created. So the 2 phases themselves. The first phase is the setup phase, where the players set down the traps. So essentially they have 30 seconds to place down 2 items and 2 traps that they're randomly assigned from a list that we'll delve into a bit later. And then they move on to the racing phase. So in the racing phase, it's a 4-player split screen, where the players just race on the track.
As for the items themselves are the interactable versions, so each could be placed on the track. You have the boost, which will give you a speed boost. You have the mine and the rocket, which can be placed and then picked up by being driven over, and then used on your opponent or to get through the course. The ramp, the buzzsaw, and the oil slick are not placeable, but are placed during the setup phase and are then sort of static throughout the next few laps of the race. The buzzsaw, the oil slick will both affect your ability to drive, with the buzzsaw stopping you dead in traps for a short period of time, and the oil slick doing its traditional spinning you out of control. The ramp is sort of just a little bit of a maneuvering item, and enables you to possibly get to parts of the track you wouldn't be able to get to as quickly otherwise, or avoid other obstacles and traps in the way of the track.
Okay, so for the art style, we decided to go with a low poly faceted direction. We wanted to keep things as simple as possible because we didn't want the user to be distracted by too much visual information. We wanted to ensure that it was the gameplay that was the core focus of the game, while keeping it nice and pleasing to look at. So for the environment, it's a bunch of floating rocks in the sky, with a bit of a racetrack going on, with some nice trees and rocks in the environment itself. We also have a bit of a theme going on with it. It's a bit dark. So the way we've kind of done that is we've got some skulls, bones, got some fire kind of aimed to it, some cracks in the walls and everything. And that usually just kind of fits into the theme right there, which John will talk about now.
The theme is basically a god has been very bored, decided to take huge chunks of the ground, bring them up in the sky, get people from their everyday life, throw them on the track and say, do this, race for me, do what I want. And basically we've incorporated a giant god that's going to lure the track and cause a bit of mischief every now and again and scare them out. For the kart design, we decided that it's best to have 2 normal kind of carts and 2 monstrous or spooky type hot rods. That's all I got. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Hot Rockets are freaking awesome.
And thank you.
I guess that stopping the bus or stopping you dead at the traps, they tend not to stop you dead. Racing games still usually give you things that they don't stop you dead. It's like playing burnout games, all that sort of stuff. You're still smashing things, but you're still moving. So you sometimes slow it down, but it's that thing about players can find that really, really frustrating.
It won't be stopping you, it'll be like killing you and then you'll respawn
Oh,
nearby.
Yeah, on sort of a very short time.
Yeah,
So
it's like
stopping
one
for
or
a
two seconds.
short period of time in the same way that the rockets and the mines that you interact with, if you're
Okay.
hit by a rocket or you go over a mine, the same process as the buzzsaw. But yeah, we're looking to keep it very, very quick, so maybe 1 or 2 seconds and then tap it.
So you just gauge player frustration. So
Yeah.
because they've got no tolerance to frustration.
No, I'm assuming there'll be a lot in testing on sort of finding the right number there.
And with the God, just be careful of the God causing random mischief in the game. Not only hard, but it's also can be really frustrating because the player can telegraph stop something that's going to happen also you can avoid it. And it's, I was working really hard to be in front and arbitrarily I was smashed pieces by something. So if you sort of, at the end of the day, have God that's spinning around and liking the other side, and that's what it does, that's wins. But, that's something you have to tear the tracks up.
Well, what I was thinking also is like he swings his up through the gap where everyone jumps over.
Yeah. So as long as people know that he's about to do it. So
Yeah,
it's not
oh,
like-
it'd be very-
Yeah, that's it. So they can, and it's also the thing that they have some mechanism to avoid or deal with it. But that's not in their ability. So I guess that's
Is a win condition just cross the line first?
Oh, we should have covered that. So there is sort of a uni points system similar to the Mario Kart systems. Essentially, you get points for your placement in the race, so first, second, third, fourth. But there is also small amounts of points for taking out another player, either with an item that you use directly or a trap that you've placed that has caused them to stop. Those are sort of in the smaller end, so you are going to get the majority of points for the actual winning of the race. But just something to sort of add a little bit more competition than just that person came first, so they're going to win.
The only other question on itself, I was going to see if you guys support one of the traps was navigation to set up. Work out how other players can navigate the world to be able to do the
Oh, the setup phase. It's a top-down for the setup phase. So it's still split into the 4 screens, just confusing everyone. But you have the ability to sort of zoom down onto the track and zoom back up to get a better view of the whole track. Then the item placing is sort of launched to the track specifically.
In terms of trap placement, have you got something in the way of you can only place a certain amount of traps per square inch, for instance, to stop people from literally creating rows of mines and basically blocking out parts of the trap? I mean, it would be really boring to be coming first and then literally, because of the setup phase, you can't do anything but run through a set of mines. Like, do you have some way of making sure that players can't make frustrating trap placements in such a way that you can't navigate?
It's something we've definitely taken into consideration, not something I think we've completely ironed out at this point. But so to start with, the traps and items will not be able to be placed on top of each other. So there's no sort of directly connecting to each other, but as for the actual amounts that will restrict how close they can be to each other, I guess that sort of comes with the, as we test and get how it feels.
The other thing for me is this concept art that I've seen a few times. That's, to me, one of the most interesting things about your racer, is this kind of view, the angle, the like death-defying kind of tracks on sideways and stuff. I think if you really, to make a really interesting racer, this is possibly an angle you really want to push down, see if you can get the physics working so you've got your on sideways on walls and things like that, and play around with camera angles so you can get that sense of perspective. I think that is kind of an interesting route you could follow, and it would definitely take my interest.
we've definitely still got a lot of work to do in regards to sort of finishing with the final track design that we'll be happy with. But we have sort of been testing, making sure that you can sort of get on angles as you're going around the tracks. And according to an Angus programmer the other day, if you maintain speed enough, you could pull off a complete loop. So that is a possibility as we finish the design.
You can always code cheats as well, just change gravity, so you go up walls and stuff.
The whole setup phase kind of struck me as a bit odd. I wonder if it could be unified a bit more. Because cars dropping things behind them is like that's a neat racing sort of car game. I wonder if you could do something just like the setup phase is you drive around in like construction trucks or something and you drop the obstacles at your location. I would totally get it if it was more like a stunts like thing where you're designing the track. Like that's when you totally get it up heavy. But when it's just plonking down, we're essentially pickups and you drive overs at a spot. I don't know if you really need that here. Yeah, it seems strange to me. But then the whole God thing came up. It seems like something the God should be doing. I don't really
Yeah,
get
so
where the
there's
God
the
comes into it.
disconnect there that you're building
It
the
seems like two
track,
different games.
but the God character is the one that's about to really put you into it. Honestly, I've been told I need to be brutal, so I'm going to say this even though it's like hurts me. Cut the God character. It's such a disconnect from the rest of the world that you've got. You've got these lovely chunks of floating imagery. I don't think you need to explain why. Like just put the player in this fun environment and let them go. It's sort of the idea that there's this big character that'll be like swinging its arms you've got to avoid. I think it's just a bit strange.
It came so late in the
And it was
pitch
very sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I completely ditch it. I don't like it. Sorry.